breaking news right now, and these are photos coming to us from the CTV News chopper. A person has apparently fallen through the ice. This is at a pond. We were told this was in a conservation area on McCowan, just north of the 407. Markham Fire is on the scene, and you can see that this is actively going on. The rope that has been put out to a person, this is not a training exercise. This is actual live video. So not sure how they got out that far on the ice, and whether there is anything else out there, difficult to tell. The yellow item could be something like a coat, and there is something else just to the right of that. This is all breaking right now. The call only came in the last 10 to 15 minutes. So, you know, we have done a lot of these stories, Christine, of firefighters practicing the rescue, particularly down along Lake Ontario. Things very dangerous at this time of year, of course, with the ice and with the temperatures. So somebody who was apparently out on the ice at this pond, if you're just tuning in right now, this is a pond that is just off McCowan, just north of the 407. And there are other rescue workers at the top of the frame who are coming down there now, more than likely more Markham firefighters. All right, the person evidently okay, walking on their own now.
But very, very dangerous for rescue workers as well, because you can see there's lots of water on top of that ice. So who knows how thick it is.
Now the other thing, you know what he's pointing to there? I'm being told this is possibly a dog. That was the black object that we saw back there. I can't tell from where we are looking at the monitoring whether that is in fact a dog. Can you get a closer look at that, Vern? Is that a dog? Okay, I'm just asking one of the other people who in the studio is a little closer to the monitor.
They're approaching. Ah, that could be the dog's head that's also submerged. You see?
Yeah, so evidently out walking the dog on a beautiful spring morning, and this happening live as we're watching this. And okay, so we see just how precarious it is there, but these guys are trained for it and they're properly outfitted.
The dog is stuck in the ice, maybe. Is this just the head protruding? It looks like it. This is really quite amazing to see this as it's happening.
So the good news is that the person has already been rescued and that the rescue continues with the dog.
One has to ask oneself why anybody would go out on this exactly. However, it could be that the dog, which often happens, the dog went out chasing something, a bird, and then he went out to grab the dog, and then next thing you know, they're both in the water. Okay, so we have more lines coming now.
This, by the way, they're just telling us the name of this, the Mildem Conservation Park on McCowan, just north of the 407. And maybe we can just stay with it for a while longer and hopefully see the dog being rescued. I don't see it may well be the dog's head. I just don't see any motion there from the dog. But
well, there we
go.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Oh my.
And the dog was trapped in some way in the ice.
And one of the things we saw there too, apparently, is the emergency worker was disconnecting his rescue line to get to the dog. Extraordinary.
And now they're going to have to, not quite sure what they're going to do with the dog. You're going to drag the dog because that dog is not a happy camper.
There we are.
With his tail down. Oops. Oops.
Well, the temperature of the water just above freezing. Of course, as nice of a day as this is, as sunny of a day as this is, that water wouldn't take very long before hypothermia sets in. Look at that, the dog just shaking it off, literally. So the dog fell through the ice, and apparently a caller advised that his dog had fallen through the ice and then
He went out to get it.
And he fell through the ice. Here's how the call came in. Apparently a 75-pound half-shepherd lab dog. And then the call came in to assist the citizen. It is Milne Park, M-I-L-N-E, which is a city-owned public park on the east side of McCowan. Large conservation area, woods where people would normally go to walk their dogs at this time of year. So the fire department there, ambulance also on the scene, and not sure where the owner has got to now, but no doubt warming up in the ambulance or in the squad car.
He's on the other side, I think. Always nice to see a happy ending. Wonderful to see a happy ending. It's Friday, and I bet I bet that dog will get a nice big bone tonight.
Maybe even a lecture. So folks, you just don't know how a live story is going to end up here. So all this started within the last 20 minutes or so. The call coming in of the dog falling through the ice. We joined it just a few minutes back with the rescue of the dog's owner, who had also fallen through the ice, evidently trying to get out to his dog. And Markham Fire there, doing what they have been trained to do and doing it so well, and rescuing first, of course, the owner, who appeared to be okay, was walking off the ice, and then just now, for those of you who were just tuning in, the opportunity to see his dog also being rescued. And of course, it is just water as they get closer to shore again and have to wade through that. And something they... Okay, so the owner, we're told, is being checked right now by the ambulance crew. And again, it wouldn't take very long, would it, in water temperatures that are just above freezing. So, as you say, Christine, a happy end. Nice to see you on a Friday, and especially when we're covering something live, and you just don't know how that's going to conclude. So the dog owner sitting in the ambulance, the dog now on solid ground as well, and kudos to the Markham firefighters who trained for this and who carried it off successfully.